I got my glasses on. What's going on? Who knows? I never know. It's 18 minutes and I can't see my live chat. Are you guys out there? I know you are. Well, something's happening. I don't know what. There we go. It was just slow. Hi, Tamra. Well, it's really slow today. I don't know why. Hi, Claudia. I'm here and greetings to everyone. Trish, are you here? Anyway, welcome. We're doing our live. Um, I wanted to show you. I have a list of things I'm supposed to be showing you. Hi, Tina. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Iris. Hi, Violets and Roses. I got a birthday gift. Well, I got two. Hi, Audrey. Jason gave me my Blue Eddy. I can't lift it, guys, but I'll I'm going to do a video on it because I'm going to do a video on solar. Hi, Linda. Truth is Jesus, the Son of God. Hello. I got this. It's a pickle candle, guys. A pickle candle. Is this not cool or what? And it smells absolutely delicious. And this is from Deborah. Deborah Klupp. Thank you, Deborah. I love this. Yes. Little gift package. She gave me a lovely card. So sweet. So I want to thank you so much for that. And let's see, Catherine. Hi, Catherine. The internet's being really slow with giving me comments. Maybe it's adjusted to me. I want to thank my moderators before I get started. Hi, Carol. I'm going to be driving, so we'll just be listening. Great, no problem. So I got this pickle candle. I didn't even know they made them. It smells wonderful. Jason was over yesterday and did a cookout with us, with me and Trish, and oh, we had. She makes the best broccoli salad. Oh my goodness, guys, it was so good. Yeah, I've already told Trish I got to steal her recipe. I like mine too, but I like hers better. Baked beans and the meat. Um, I think it was steak tips and something else. Trish, what was it? I can't remember. Well, anyway, so we had a delicious meal. You have a nice day in Northern California. Yes, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, Linda. Are you up here? You must be. So, about 45 minutes ago, guys. So I always come to Walmart. Her internet has gotten better, but it's still, I'm always afraid it breaks up and then I lose my stream. So I always come to Walmart, and the Home Depot's on one end and Walmart's on the other, and I park the very end between the two because I have good internet. So I do it once a week. I spend 2 or 3 hours here. I go in and do my shopping, then I come out and we park, and I do my stream or my live. What's that clown sign next to my name? Broccoli salad. Wow, I never had that sound. Oh, the broccoli salad is fabulous. Um, I'm north of Sacramento. Okay, 81 degrees. I think it's around 81 here. No, 71 here. It's in the 70s here. Crowns, crown sign. I don't know. That's brand new. That's what they're doing. I think I don't know. It just started it. I have no idea. Number 3. I have no idea. I saw that, but Audrey, let's see. Yeah, I mean, some of them aren't. I'm here broad daylight. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I got here about 1. So this guy, I didn't even see him till he got to the front of the car, and he's yelling at me, "I'll see you in court." And he takes a picture of my my license plate. And I go, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "You know what I'm talking about, nutcase." And I just started laughing, and he just leaves. You know, broad daylight at the end of the parking lot. There's 2 other people sitting in their cars around me. He picks me because I'm a van, I guess. I don't know. I'm telling you. Yeah. And yeah, that's something we were talking about too. Uh, I hope the people who sent me gift cards some people send me cards, and some of it has cash in it, some of it gift cards, and I try to respond. And I had 2 people last week I thanked, but also I just want to make sure if you get the card to let me know. Yeah, I'm Catherine's from the Bay. It's beautiful today. Was in Sacramento this weekend. It was hot. Oh yeah, yeah. Sacramento, Davis, Vacaville is super hot, just super hot. So anyway, during Trish and I did a video and I'll show it to you. I think it did it come out yesterday. I think it's coming out tomorrow. Um, Trish got a Bullet Express 15 years ago, anniversary. I said birthday, Christmas. Anyway, I think she corrected me and say anniversary gift, and it was in December. And when they got home, it disappeared. So she found it a couple of weeks ago in her husband's side of the garage, in all his cabinets. And so we decide we're going to do a frickin' frack. And we're going to take it out. And guys, this sucker is so complicated. So then we decided we got it out. And she was missing her instructions. So we printed out instructions. And I said, listen, this is too complicated. I really, no, it's all these pieces. It's just crazy. It does all kinds of things. It's a juicer. It's a meat cooker. It's just crazy stuff. So I get a brilliant idea. We're going to give it to Jason and let him do it, right? Yeah. So when Jason comes, we have it all out of the box. And then I'm putting it back. I say, oh, we really think you could do it. This is good for your channel. You do food, right? We're trying to con him, okay? It's too complicated for us. We've decided we can't do it. So, we're talking and talking. And, oh, yeah, I'll take it. Okay, He keeps looking at it, and then he reads the instructions, and he goes, Mom, this is pretty complicated. I go, yeah, I know. And he goes, I don't really want to do this. I go, oh, so we're selling it in our garage sale. Brand new, never been used, just sitting in the box for 15 years. And this sucker, it just does a million things. It's just crazy. It cooks your meals. I couldn't figure it out. No way. No. That's way too much energy for me. I like simple. Just plug it in, push a button. That's what I like. But this is a multi-purpose thing with all kinds of gadgets, and I'll show. I've got pictures. I think tomorrow the video's coming out. And so now in the video I said we're going to give it to Jason because I filmed it before Jason came. He didn't take it. No, he didn't take it. I think it's hilarious. Yeah. Jenny from Ontario, welcome. Cindy, hi. 10 plus in 100. I'm assuming you're meaning 100 plus in Texas, which is pretty typical at this time. Young Papa Chaser, welcome. We have a lot of new people here. We get crowns for comments. Oh. Well, I think you were number. Well, maybe. I don't know. This is something new. Tour beautiful. That's why. Oh, okay. So you like the tour? I'm going to take a different way back to Vacaville when I go back to the doctor's. Straight through a small Highway 12 through Sonoma, total wine country. You're gonna love it. But I have to speed it up because it was 2 hours long. You're not gonna watch a 2 hour long. Some people complained it was too fast and made them dizzy. But the reality is I had to get it down. It went down to 36 minutes from 2 hours just by speeding it up. Sacramento's in the 80s. All week it's gorgeous. That's great, Linda. All is well. Hi, Vons. How are you? Can you wish me a happy birthday? My name is Evan. What's your birthday? What year? When were you born? I have no problem wishing you a happy birthday. None whatsoever. Oh my goodness, we have a bunch. Elsa, hi! Number 9. Someone's saying happy birthday. Bobby, hi! I think this is the first time you've been here. I see your comments all the time. A new license renewal law goes into effect for everyone over 70 requiring a vision test and renewal every 4 years. Yeah, I just went through it. Yeah, it passed this year. I just went through it. And I, I just did a video on that. I do have my license. It's temporary. 81 to 86 renewal every 2 years. Okay, I have a ways to go. I might not even be driving then. Who knows? Who knows? You know, I have to be alive at 81 to 86. That's what I have to be. I'm working on it. Um, so then I want to tell you about that. And I don't want to get too serious. I sometimes I don't understand my comments. Um, and we are, you know, I've been talking about that lately because I'm kind of I don't want to say I'm tired of it. Some comments just throws me for a loop, you know. I'm like, why would you make that? So I did a video yesterday, and it's about senior women helping other senior women. And yes, guys, I know that I'm getting fragile. I know that my health has been deteriorating, particularly since the heart surgery. I'm not, you know, as strong, but mentally I'm still good. Uh-oh, somebody, oh, there's flowers sticking out of that car. Anyway, I get sidetracked. But I am waiting for, what is it called? An inheritance. I've said this many times. I am waiting on money. I am getting some money. Enough money, not huge, but enough inheritance that I will be able to buy a trailer, or if I want to get into an apartment, I can, but the rent has to be where I can stay there, you know. And your views go down. No matter what anybody says, your views go down once you stop driving around or you're living in your van talking about your van. And I haven't been talking about my van, and my views are like half of what they were when I'm doing in the van. So, and that means a lot less money for me. But when you stop or you go to an apartment, it's a whole different ballgame, you know. People don't lose interest. They lose interest in you. Anyway, where was I going? I don't even know where I was going on this. Oh, and then I didn't understand the comment, the words, VA housing. Now, mind you, wasn't talking about VA housing. I've mentioned VA housing once. When I went to the VA, signed up, they asked me if I was interested in housing. I said yes. I am waiting in line. There are thousands of veterans who are homeless. I have to wait my turn. It took 7 months for them to even get my pills to me and get it started. 7 months. I don't know how many months or years it's going to take for them to get me to my place in line to talk to me about VA housing or even offer me any. None has been offered. I don't refuse housing. If it's 2,000 miles away, think about it. Am I going to go there and then I don't know this person? It's a danger. I don't know these people. I knew Trish. I took the housing when it was offered. When housing was offered to me, I took it. Trish offered it to me. I knew her. We had met. We've talked many times. She's been with me a long time. I've been to her house before, and I took it. Did I work out staying in the house? No. And I just did a video on this. The only reason is I'm overwhelmed by the dogs and the noise. I'm better off on the street in my van. But if something happens, I can always go into the house. There's enough bedrooms. I just choose not to at this time. So, and there never was any VA housing offered to me. So, someone telling me I've refused it is really, they're not watching every video, or they would know I've never even been offered it. I've asked if I was interested in it, and I got on a list. That's it. That's all I can say. Yeah. Anyway. And Vaughn's number one. I think, are you guys moderators? No. Not all the crowns are moderators. Hi, Denise from Canada. Another Canada. Welcome, welcome. Damascus Road. Welcome. Audrey, we saw that too. Seems as if We age it's 2-year license and then 1 year. Yeah, and really that's for the safety of everybody, guys. I don't mind. I really don't, because so many people have dementia and they're driving, and they really shouldn't. It's very difficult to stop someone who has dementia or Alzheimer's, to stop them from driving as a family member. Uh, and I mean, I just met a man who shouldn't be driving. He was just a nutcase, and he's got dementia. He shouldn't be driving. If I get that way, I'm hoping either I or my son stop me from driving. And eventually it's going to happen. I'm just trying to enjoy it as long as I can, as safely as I can. I'm not going to hurt. I don't want to be a danger on the road for anybody. And at this point, I'm not. My eyes are fine. My driving's fine. There's going to be a point, maybe, maybe not. Some people drive until their 90s and they're not a problem. You know, it's really the individual. So you can't just put everybody in a bucket and say, oh, well, at this age you have to stop driving. That's kind of difficult to do. Hi, Martina. Martina. I need to stop. I need to say it correctly. Too hot to cook. So ham and cheese. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah. To see, I can't pronounce your name. Bannerbear? Bannerbadama. I don't know what that means. Thank you so much. Thank you. Gosh, you guys are busy. Where's Marley? Marley's laying right here beside me. Marley, come here, honey. Come here, baby. Come here. Come on. Come on, you want to come see everybody? Come on, baby. I'll pick her up. You know, she's getting an attitude. See? She has an attitude. Don't you, huh? And I take this off every night. Most of the days she doesn't wear this because of the owie on her neck. You can see how good it is. Almost gone altogether. She's doing really good, aren't you, huh? Aren't you, Marty? See, she just sits here like this. She's so funny. Yeah. Well, why aren't you being friendly? Huh? Say hello to everybody. Say hello. Nah, she's, you know, she's in a mood. But when she sits like this, she just sits like this. She actually sits this way. And she stands up on her hind feet all the time. And this is the look, you know. Get rid of me. Okay, you ready? You ready to go down? You're done? You're done? You don't want to say anything to anybody, right? Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to let you down. Get over there. Get over there. Yeah. Anyway, okay, guys. So there she is. Hi, Ark. How are you? I keep thinking, Vons, you were the first moderator I ever had, I think. Iris was number 2. I think this is for my moderators, is what I think. Black-Hearted Pearl hopped on, and there you are. I keep catching your live. Thank you. Thank you so much. Jack, thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much, Jack. Welcome. Welcome, guys. What shoes are you wearing? Why does it matter? You don't need to see them. That doesn't matter. Yeah. They want seniors off the road, but don't give us away. You know, that was the other thing I was going to talk about. We're baby boomers, and we're the largest generation ever. We're all getting older. We're all going through the same thing, which means watching our driving, watching our health. And I just saw some statistics that said 62% of the people over 65 are struggling and will be homeless by 2030. I don't know if that's a correct figure or not. I'm telling you what I heard. I'm going to verify that. I think the next live we'll talk about it again. That's huge. I mean, that's huge. And every year it seems to double and triple. And then I did a video on the Supreme Court. These cities are criminalizing homelessness. Some are, some aren't. I think it's how the homeless act, or if it's so overwhelming. There's such a huge group. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to. I don't know what the solution is. Nobody, our brilliant geniuses are not coming up with a solution for the homeless. mainly because there's a lot of money involved. All these homeless NGOs, the big shots and the people make salaries. They keep their jobs by keeping people homeless. It's a money thing. As much money as we've spent, we should have resolved some idea, have a plan, have a action, have something. And we still have nothing from anybody. I've seen a couple of people, you know, I interviewed a gentleman, I think this last year, where there are groups starting where you have parking lots. So there's trash there, there's a bathroom there, porta potty for the homeless living in vehicles that can safely be in these parking lots or in different places. There has to be more. You know, I saw, and I need to film it, a cube for living in. You can move it around, taking some empty malls and putting cubes in them. The problem is, how do they get food? How do they get water? I mean, there's some statistics that have to be worked out. One of these mall parking lots, or the mall inside, and putting these cubes in there, and then having porta potties, and I don't know, but there has to be a solution with as many empty malls and as many empty businesses and all these empty land and buildings. We can't do something with them. So yeah. Oh, hi, MM. YWO. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Diane. Hi, Diane. I have looked at a tiny home. Tiny home starts at around 20,000. I thought I would look at a tiny home. But you have to have a place for a tiny home. That still means an RV parker. I can get a used trailer. I mean, we're not talking 50 years living in it, okay? I'll be lucky, maybe I'm hoping to reach 90. That's 12 years. Why would I want to invest? That would take most of the money. I'm not getting a huge amount, but I'm getting enough. I'll be debt-free, and I can buy something. But I still have to be on land, either my land or an RV park. And I'm still looking for reasonable. I have found reasonable RV parks, and Jason has says no, they're because they're too dangerous. The area is too dangerous. So there's a lot of things going into me going into something and moving in with someone I don't know. 2,000 miles away. I'm away from my family. I'm away from my support. I don't want to be away from my support. My grandkids are there. My son's there. My doctors are there. My VA. So I'm not going to be moving 2,000 miles away. I may end up moving, but it won't be that far. I hope. Velo matters. Welcome. Comments. Yeah, you know how comments are. Everybody of the chat, peace be with us all. Yes, hi Elsa. Retna. Thank you. Peace be with everybody, honestly. You know, I'm praying that somehow we come up with some solutions, guys. We've got to start thinking about, you know, even if you're thinking about you can open your home up to maybe one person. Trish is doing it for two of us. I mean, it's 3-bedroom. I can have a bedroom if I want. That would not be a problem with Trish. But her cousin, who I said was 73, is 76. Trish corrected me. 76. Trish is still the baby at 69. You're still the baby, Trish. Anyway. And you know, she's not asking for money. She's asking for help to maintain her house. There's so much to do in a house, and one single person, she's still working, can't do it. We just, you know, her brother comes over and helps. There's trees that are chopped down. We got to put those in the trash. There's so much pertaining to a house. 3-bedroom, living room, den, you know, a big house, kitchen with a dining room. Yeah, a big house, you know, keeping it clean. And you have to wash the blankets and stuff for the dogs. That's an all-day event. And I'll do a load of wash and maybe a couple of loads, maybe one, and then I forget the other one and leave the one in the dryer, and then I forget my clothes. I did my clothes plus tried to help her by washing, and then I forgot all about it. And the one got dried and the other ones were just in the, yeah. I got busy. I got sidetracked. That's all I can say. So, anyway, I am thinking that I'm going to do a separate video on the solar. I'm going to do a couple to help people understand solar. Quite a few of my subscribers ordered this Bluetti 2000, and it's very compact. It's still 53 pounds, and I can't hardly lift anything that heavy anymore. I did a little bit. I lifted it a couple inches because I put it in a plastic bin. You can't have water around it, and I just worry. So anyway, you know, I'm a nutcase. So usually you can find one from the VFW or Lee. Oh, I didn't think about that. Thank you. You're talking about the trailer, right? I didn't think about that. Thank you so much. I will look at them. I just want a used one. I want to have some savings. I want to be debt free. And I'll find a place for the trailer, I think. I hope. Well, I'm not buying a trailer till I have a place I can put it. First comes the place. You find a place that's open, that has a spot you can afford. But again, they're all getting bought up by these corporations, and they're selling them. And if they sell them to a developer because they're in a prime area, then the developer makes everybody move out. Now, I want a small trailer for that reason. You just pull that puppy out and just leave. I do want a storage unit, though. I'm trying to get my storage unit empty. This will take a whole year. And we're working on the house. That's going to be several years of helping her downsize. It's hard. It's hard to get rid of your stuff. It's so sentimental. Now, some people don't get sentimental about stuff. I do, you know. Oh, this was a button on Jason's baby outfit. I mean, silly stuff, silly stuff. So, yeah. What a good idea. Thank you so much, Blackheart. Really, that's great. Yeah, I didn't realize how sensitive I was. I get in Jason's car and he's got the music blaring. Oh, it hurts my ears so bad. My whole head. Just, ugh. And the dogs, some of them, their barks are just, one day I just couldn't handle it. Oh my God, stop them. It's too much. It just, not all the time, but, I'm okay around people and talking. I go to courtside, I meet people, I love meeting them, I love talking to them, and then I love my quiet space. I'm kind of like Bob Wells, I'm not an introvert. I don't think I am. I'm just, yeah, it really hurts me. I think my son is in denial. He doesn't want to know that I'm 70 and slowing down and need more help. They deny it for a while. I've been preparing Jason for a long time. I've been talking about it since my 60s. You can never really prepare for anybody until they're ready. They start seeing it. Once your son starts seeing it, he's going to realize it. I hope he doesn't wait too long till you have heart surgery like me or something like that. Jason already knew because we've talked about it. As I buy things and review things, I've changed. I don't know how many more solar units I can review because I can't move them around. Or the refrigerators. And I do the reviews just to give this stuff away. So I want to help other people. And, it's getting harder to do. It's getting harder to do because I just don't have a lot of strength or energy. And then there are days that's all I have is energy, and I just go bananas. And then I pay for it for like 2 weeks. That day I did that. Oh, yeah. So, it's uncontrollable for me. Crowns are frequent commenters. Okay, Jack, thank you. If you don't squeak with the VA, your file will end up in the round file. Yeah, I have to squeak. I have to go see them again. Well, I call them. I'm going to talk to them again. I have to make an appointment. I also want to, I'm not close, but in this winter I am going to courtside. I think I'm going to leave in last part of November. I want to be there before December. I want to get a nice spot. November, December, January, February. I'm hoping to stay for 4 months. I'm not going to make any appointments during that time. My eyesight's done. That's done. Everything's done except checking the heart and regular doctors. I think I can stay for 4 months. So there's a lot of people I really like that I met last year. I want to see them again. I just love them, you know. That's the other thing I was telling Trish. I get so emotionally involved with people. I think that's why I stay away, because when someone comes to, like Jason, even now, Jason came to see us. When he left, I was very upset. I'm, because the first thing that comes to my mind is I may never see them again. When Trish would come to see me and leave, I would get very upset. When Mary and I spent a week at the ocean when she left, I just was devastated. I last about a day, and I'm mourning. I'm mourning them because I miss them so much. So I do become very, very attached to people. It's awful. It really is. And I try not to show it. And sometimes I cry when they leave, and it's really pitiful. So I try not to get too attached, but I get attached to everybody. It's awful. It's just awful. They need to do something about these young people driving these e-bikes and mopeds. Um, are you talking about the cities? I don't. What kind of problems are they? You mean in the traffic? Is that what you're talking about, Audrey? In the traffic? I have friends in their 90s who are driving. Yeah, there's a lot of people in their 90s. I was just telling Trish about the cutest couple. I was at a church. I don't know if it was a benefit or something, and outside were some tables. And when I went in, I don't know if they were giving away food. They were doing something. I went. I can't remember why. Because I think I met this couple outside, and they were sitting outside holding hands. And I went by them and I said, "You guys are so cute." And they go, "We just got married." And I go, "Oh, congratulations." And he goes, "I'm 96." And she goes, "I'm 94." They were 96 and 94, just got married. And and he's driving. He had no problem. I thought they were in their 70s, and they were so cute. So even if you're in your 90s, again, it's such an individual basis on how you age. There are people in their 50s that are in worse shape than I am, and I'm turning 78. So yeah, I've been talking about it, you know. And then I'll be talking about 79. No, I don't even want to talk about 80. We're going to pretend 80 doesn't happen. Yeah, that's what we're going to. Yeah. Earth Angel, hi, how are you? Thank you for doing. I don't know what those signs mean, but anyway, I'll thank you. Uh, Everybody's talking to everybody. Yeah, Marley, she's a good dog. I'm gonna tell you, she's such a good dog for me. She has such a personality with me. She's so good. She's just too good. You know, she's. I mean, I complain about her on certain things. She's so good. I should never complain about this dog. She stays in this van with me. She sleeps with me. She is the sweetest. Everybody loves this dog. We have so many free services here. You don't need a car if that happened. Services are necessary. Yes, and I went without a car for about a year. It took me 4 hours to get to my doctor on the bus. And I don't, I think it was before Uber. I just said I'll never do without a car again. It was outrageous. They stopped everywhere. I couldn't get there. Marley's condition is almost done. I, I'm calling the vets. They stopped seeing her. They didn't charge me because they couldn't figure out what was wrong. And she's healing, and that bump is almost gone. She has a little hole still left, a little scabby, but pretty much gone. What I do think, and Trish and I talked about, now Trish worked for a veterinarian. She was a veterinarian assistant. I don't know how many years, Trish, because I'm sure I'll be the wrong number. I'm not even going to say. A long time. She'll correct me. And one day Marley was just scratching, 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 and I use a flea comb on her. I check her all the time, almost every night for fleas, because I use Dawn soap to wash her and spray her, and I keep the fleas off of her, but I don't like the poisons. And Trish was telling me about something I could get from the vet, which I may. So I can't find any fleas. And she was going bananas. Just a constant scratching. So Trish said, "Why don't you give her some Benadryl?" Well, I don't know anything about that. I don't give her human medicine. So we cut up one pill. I said, well, she said she can take, at her weight, she could take a half. And I said, well, I don't want to do that because I don't, I'm kind of nervous. So we did a quarter pill. The next morning, no scratching, no nothing, and she's healing much faster. I think all of this is allergies, and it must be the area or some plant in her yard that she's allergic to. I think she's having allergies. That's what we're coming up with. Yeah. Thank you. Where are you? Okay. Thank you, guys. Yeah, she's a real sweetheart. Diane is Fallon, Nevada. Nevada. Thank you. 60 miles east of Reno. And what is the pricing up there? That is one place I would move to is Nevada. I do like the weather. The snow, I can deal with the snow. I don't have to drive in it. You're moving soon, Audrey? I'm thinking maybe Nevada, but not really because I'm still waiting to talk to the doctor because now after open heart surgery, I can't go up past 4,000 feet without having serious problems. So just one thing after the other after the other. This heart surgery was, I don't know. Mary Blackwell, Marley's sweet mom has a Bijan. He made it 19 years, a few months away from 20. Yeah, they do. Hi, Monica. They do. Pop drove to all his visiting and coffee with the guys until COVID shut down at 95. Now the guys pick him up, and that's great. I'm sure some of those guys are a lot younger than him too. Um, yeah, I hope some of us aren't. If we have dementia, we figure out we shouldn't be driving. If I'm gonna be a threat to other people, and hit a van with children. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to die thinking I hurt someone else. So I'd rather not drive if I'm a danger. You will love it here. Lots of seniors. Really? Is it affordable, Diane? That's what I'm wondering. Fallon, Nevada. Is it affordable? The rent and stuff. I will be, my vehicle's already paid for. I just have a couple of credit cards that I want to get paid off, and then I'll be debt free. So I can use more of my Social Security for things. Okay, so you guys are talking to each other. Well, he was done driving, Monica. Yeah, I don't blame him. Okay, frequent commenters. Everybody's saying hello, hello. Lots of deletions. Mark Ben, you're very talented. I don't know what kind of talent I have. I just talk. I talk a lot. I can't stick around to do the chatting, but wanted to pop in. Thanks, Monica. I know you're going to work. We'll see you next week, hopefully. Hopefully. And Carol's listening. A new WPA. What does that mean, what is WPA? Why do you guys use these letters? I don't know. WPA. I don't know what that means. Some people are not being respectful. Vehicle dwellers need to check out National Vehicle Residency Collective. I think that's the one I interviewed. They are working and making living in a vehicle legal and safe. I think the guy that is running that is the one I interviewed. He was at courtside this last year. I'm pretty sure that's who it was. Yeah, but thank you for bringing that up because I couldn't remember the name. I'd have to find the paperwork. I think I lost my crown. Oh, goodness. That'll cost you a fortune if you lost your crown. I just had mine re-glued on. It was a gold crown, No, no. I don't leave America. America is English speaking. I don't leave America. I think it's disrespectful for me to go to another country and not speak their language. I don't learn languages very well, so I don't leave. I stay in America. I have, and I went to English-speaking countries. I just don't want to disrespect another country by trying to speak their language and ruining it. So, no, I don't speak any other language. I heard that statistic too, Lindy. Many cities are passing ordinances against people living in vehicles overnight in public places. Yes, I know. And I did a video, but it's just about the Supreme Court doesn't pass a law. The Congress does. The Supreme Court does the ruling of whether what the city is doing is within the Constitution. They don't write the law. And Grants Pass is the first one that took it to the Supreme Court. And they got an okay. You know, I heard, last I heard, they were making them move or fining them or putting them in jail. Some people said they were putting them in jail. This is all hearsay. This is not official. This is hearsay, guys. But that's what I've heard. I'm glad someone else saw that, Sharon. Yeah. And it's really sad, but property is so high. And not only that, your house is paid for, and then all of a sudden they raise the taxes. The taxes are more than your house payment was every month. And then you got home insurance. It's all a ripoff, I'm sorry. You know, and then there's maintenance to your house. I mean, there's a lot of, and not only the structure, but also just cleaning it and keeping the yard up. And she has lots of help. She does hire someone who comes and does the yard work, and a brother comes and helps. He's younger than she is. And, we're dependent on the people who are around us. I do things for her. I mean, you got to drag those trash cans out to the street, and sometimes they're heavy. And she just has the gravel in the back. This is a struggle to get it to the street, and she has 3 that we have to go to the street. Recycle and the tree thing, the bushes and stuff, and the compost and regular trash. And some of them are really heavy. Well, you got to pull them out every week, then you got to pull them back in. There's a lot to having a house. There's less to having an apartment, but then you're sitting there, everything's going up. I don't have the answer. Oh, did they shut it down? Then shut it down. They did one at Grants Pass. Well, they got approval. They said that they were okay. They was ruled by the Supreme Court that it was okay. I saw the ruling. I don't know. You guys are talking to each other. Insurance and liability, yes. Hi, Susie. How are you? Oh, you're welcome. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Martina. I can't say Tina. Martina. David, welcome. Wisconsin, a lot of young women are buying RVs and living in the park and parking their car in Walmart, and they work full time. Oh, yeah, there's lots of people here. There was a kid that was going to doctor school. He wanted to become a doctor in L.A. He was living in a van a couple of blocks away from not the school. Yeah, I guess it's the school. I don't know if he was doing his residency or not. That's the only way he could afford it. I don't know how he afforded a $100,000 van. That had to be his parents. But it was worth it because by the time you pay for an apartment for 4 years, there are places in Davis, and I checked them out because I thought, okay, so I'll just get a room. Okay, I'm going to check out because they sell beds. So you might have 2 beds in one room, or you might have 4 beds in one room. And one brand new apartment that went up for Davis students, they had 4 beds to a room. 1 bathroom, and then a shared kitchen for 2 or 3 of these units, which was like 12 people. They were charging $1,200 for the bed alone. The bed. In a room with 4 other people. The bed. I just freaked out. I'm like, are you kidding me? $1,200 for a bed. I don't know how these students, their parents can afford this. I certainly could not afford to pay $1,200 for a bed. I just couldn't do it. So lots of people are doing that. I'm sure I'm going to destroy your name. Manuraj. Welcome. Yeah, Miss Marley with her. Yeah, she's having an attitude. Last 2 times she's had an attitude because I've picked her up. I've had something in the middle where she couldn't lay, and it's kind of ticking her off. She's not happy with this. But I have to empty this out, and I didn't have time today. So I will, and I'll put it away. But she likes to stay in a certain place. I am 71 and live in a mobile home and pay lot rent. Comfortable for now, but the rent is, yeah, Sharon, that's the thing. I've lived in mobile homes too. I've owned them both, paid cash for them. The rent in 95 was $600 in the last RV park, and I went, this is going to continue to go up. I can't do this. And I was working full time. That's crazy. $600 just for renting. And then you have to pay utilities. Yeah. We've been talking about it. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, a black-hearted pearl. We've discussed it, and we've talked about it, and we've agreed if it's the right house where he has to be by a job. We've talked about it, but I don't really want to live with Jason because I'm a problem for him. We need our own. We need a mother-in-law suite, so he can escape me. Because I do talk a lot. He was so thrilled that he got me started. He helped. He was really into getting me into YouTube. And he'll tell you, he's told you on lives. So I wouldn't bother him because I was calling him every day because I wanted to talk. YouTube saves him. So I'm not calling him every day just to talk. Take care, Monica. We'll see you next time. Susie Aspen, hi. Fortunately, I'm mortgage-free, but the upkeep is more than I can handle at 70. Find something small. Either that or find roommates that will help you with the maintenance. And that's what we're talking about. With the three of us, we can accomplish her maintenance and keep it up until she's ready, because she's getting ready to retire at 70, which is next year, next August. And then, she can do whatever. She might do something different. She has a van that she does take on trips when she gets the opportunity, and she sleeps in it, lives in it, and she loves it. So she understands when I say I want to be out in the van. I know I'm not going to stay in this van forever. I've said that since I started this. I'm going to stay as long as I can, but I'm well aware I'm physically not going to be able to forever. Hi, Carter. I'm doing well. Mohana. Hi, welcome everybody. Basketball prodigy. You're still paying basketball, or you must be very young. Some of these senior homes are nonprofit, are closing and evicting seniors with 30-day notice. Yeah, and that can happen. Again, you can get evicted out of anything. They can sell the property. So anytime you're renting or doing something like that, if I have a small trailer, I can just move it. But if you have a mobile home, a big old mobile home, can't do that. And then you're losing your whole investment. It's really, right now, finding housing that's not only safe, but also, if you're 88, this is the thing. Even if you rent a room, even if you go into someone's place, if that person who owns the home dies, their kids can kick you out. So when you moved in, you were 70. Now you're 80, 85. You can't handle it at 85. So it's hard. I don't think there's any one place that you can decide, not like it used to be, I'm just going to be in my house and this is where I'm going to pass away. There's so many variables involved in all this for all of us. And we just have to do the best we can and work it out the best we can. And an RV is not necessarily, or a van or a car, it's not necessarily the thing you want to die in or end up in, but it can work for a period of time to help you save money, pay off your bills, do many things for you. It's not necessarily that you're going to be in it forever. Some people will be, like Bob Wells. I think eventually, as he ages, he does own property. He might have a tiny home or a trailer just sitting there that he can live in. We all have to reach that point. But he'll own the land and he'll own the trailer. That's really the best route to go. But try and find land, and then you have to have water, and you have to have, the concrete to put and the zoning. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so everybody's saying hello. Sharing the tap into. Thank you so much. Please hit the thumbs up, everybody. Thank you so much. Tammy's here. Hi, Tammy. Very popular area. Hi, Diane. Chanel. Hi, how are you? I'm saying Chanel. It's almost the correct spelling for Chanel. Violet Girl. Hello. I'm ordering free literature about... Are you? Well, I'm going to get some too. That's not that far away, you know. Every day is a blessing, and we really don't know, Denise. You know, one minute you're in a park, and then you're given 30 days to evacuate. I mean, or you know, leave, whatever. And then that's the other thing. In this area, she's had to evacuate her house. I think she said 2 times, maybe 3. It's questionable, but more than one, because she'll correct me. And she's had to evacuate her house because of the fires surrounding Santa Rosa. You could get burned out. There's just too much. You can plan and plan and plan, and that doesn't mean that plan's going to come true. No matter what you do, how you do it, you're doing the best you can with the knowledge you have at this time, and that's all we can do. That's all we can do. Running into people. Audrey, running into people. I'm Violet Girl. Everyone has... What an awesome love story, Lindy. There is hope. Yes, there is hope. Can you believe that? 94 and 96. That's so cute. My ex went to Australia for 2 weeks. I cried uncontrollably. I came unglued. Yeah, I don't come unglued, but I get very emotional, and I'm depressed. If I ever said I was depressed, it would be when someone goes and the first thought is, I don't know if I'll ever see them again. And I'm maybe 30 minutes, if you want to call it depression. There is a wonderful senior center, lots of groups, free help, grand place for seniors. We have hospital and lots of stores. See, that's not everywhere, Diane. Jay here. Hi, how are you? I am rested. Frugal Mom, hi, how are you? And yeah, low-income housing is great. The problem is, who's your next-door neighbor? A drug addict that bangs on your door at night and yells and screams all day long or all night long so you can't sleep? There's a lot of things going on, guys. It's just not... You can't snap your fingers and come up with the best solution. And sometimes people move into these places, and then it's a nightmare. Everywhere it's questionable, whatever you do. You're better off owning the land if you can. If I could find a farmer that would let me park, or, you know, have some sort of electric or something for $300 or $400 a month. Again, if he sells the farm and his kids, or he dies, his farm sells, then I might have to get out. Hi, Liddell. Everybody. Boy, lots of people here today. Thank you so much. I finally painted them. Yes. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, guys. Yeah, we're figuring right now it's allergies with Marley. And the Benadryl is just like a miracle. I only gave her a quarter of a pill. Light snow, Diane. Oh, wow. My cat is scratching. The vet said allergies, no fleas. Took her to the dermatologist. She didn't know either. Well, I would ask about the Benadryl. It was amazing. It was like a miracle. Overnight. I haven't given her any since, but the minute I started to see scratching again, I am. And while I was at the vet, there was one huge dog that came in. They spend $300 a month for an allergy shot. And then a smaller dog, both for some instance getting the same allergy shot, but it's priced by weight. And the little one, Marley's size, was $100 a month for that shot. Might have had what sounded the same as Marley. He started with allergies. Yeah, I think that's what she has, and I have to keep control of those allergies. I'll be honest, I really think that's it. And I'm caught up. Yay! And it's almost time to go. Yeah. I'm sorry you lost her. You know, I'm not even going to think about losing Marley. I can't. You know. And the time, I was telling Jason and Trish, that time that he was there went so fast. And the whole time I'm trying to enjoy every minute, and I'm thinking, I've got to enjoy this. I want to enjoy this. We had a good time. And then it was over, and then he's gone. And I'm like, where did that time go? I mean, it went so fast. I was telling you, the time went too fast. Now, I see Jason all the time, guys. I can talk to Jason a couple times a week or whatever. I don't, but I can. But I just don't know. I just get too attached. Well, that's my son. I should be attached, yeah. But you know what I mean. Anyway, we just hit 100, and I have reached the end. I am good. I am very good. So I'm good at the comments. Think about what you think about this homelessness, or your plans, what you've planned. Many people have enough money to last, but if they keep raising insurance and they keep raising taxes, fewer and fewer people are going to be able to afford their home without extra income. And somehow we have to figure out how we can safely have roommates that pay, that pay and help a little bit of money or a lot of money, whatever, um, to help maintain the house they're in and pay those taxes. I think that's the only way we're going to end up resolving some of this is house sharing, roommating, whatever. Thank you so much for joining me. Um, it's great to see you guys, and I thank you for the gift again. Deborah, thank you for the candle, the pickle candle. I will see you guys on my birthday next week. And I hope I have time between now and next week to do a video on the Highway 12 going through Napa and Sonoma. You will love it. It's a fabulous view. I'll talk to you later, and I give you all my love. I'll see you next time.